With DELPHOX raids wrapping up shortly, it's time to take a look at one last build that there's no other way to put it. It's the showstopper. It's the one that you've probably seen a dozen times already, and if you haven't, you really need to see this. So let's take a look at an Arceus build that you can use to solo OHKO DELPHOX the Unrivaled. This one's actually pretty easy to make, and man, it's just a monster. So let's get to it. Now, obviously, if we're going to use Arceus to one-shot the 7-star DELPHOX Tera raids, you're going to need to get yourself an Arceus first, which is easier said than done. Odds are, if you have Pokemon Legends Arceus or Pokemon Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl, and you've beaten either of those games completely, you most likely have one of these guys in that game that you can transfer over to Scarlet and Violet via Pokemon Home. If not, I would suggest checking the GTS system in Pokemon Home and seeing what people are wanting for Arceus. But yeah, get yourself an Arceus, use whatever means you need to get it to level 100, and once you've done that, you're going to want to head to a Chansey supply, so that way we can get some vitamins to get our EV set up for this guy. So once you're inside a Chansey supply, the first thing you're going to want to make sure you do is we're going to start a bulk buy, and we're going to go ahead and buy ourselves 25 HP ups, because we are going to max out our HP. And then we're also going to buy ourselves 25 zinc, because we're going to max out our special defense on this guy as well. And with that, we're going to want to make sure that we get the correct mint for this one. And for this guy, you are going to want to make sure that you get the modest mint. So if you do not have a modest mint in your inventory already, go ahead and pick one of those guys up. This entire process is going to run you about 520,000 Poké Dollars, so get ready to fork over some of that hard-earned cash. And now let's hop outside and put this guy together. Now, once we get outside, make sure Arceus is at the top of your party. And putting this one together is actually pretty simple. We're just going to come over to the other items tab. We're going to start with our HP up. We're going to give him all 25 that we just bought, just like so. We're going to go down, we're going to grab our zinc, and we're going to give him 25 of these as well. So, we're actually only going to give him 22 of these. And then with that, we're going to come down, we're going to give him 2 more health feathers if yours isn't maxed out already. You're going to want to give him 2 more clever feathers. 2 more clever feathers to max out his special defense. And then anything that you have left over, go ahead and throw into special attack with genius feathers. So you should end up with max EVs in your special attack, max EVs in your special defense, and like 4 EVs in your special attack. Once you've done that, you're going to hop down here and go ahead and give your Arceus a modest mint to make sure that it has a modest nature. And yeah, just like that, Arceus is EV trained. He's ready to go. It's level 100, normal typing, and you should have max EVs in your HP and special defense. Just like that. So let's go visit our favorite person for one last time for this set of raids and do some IV training. So once we're back up at our favorite spot, we're going to hop over here, see our favorite person, and do some hyper training real fast. We're going to go ahead and hyper train our Arceus that's at the top of our party right now. We're going to use our normal bottle caps because, you know, we can't be bothered to waste the gold ones. And on this one, you just want to make sure that everything is IV trained, everything is hyper trained except your physical attack. If yours is like mine though, and your physical attack is already hyper trained, just don't worry about it, just hyper train everything. But once you've got this done, Arceus is actually pretty well ready to go. We just need to talk about a held item, what movesets you need, and then talk about the strat for this one. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, for your moveset on Arceus to do this one-shot strat, you're going to want to make sure you have the following. You want to have Acid Spray, Calm Mind, Steel Beam, and Recover. So you want to make sure with this one, as kind of a summary here real quick, this is Arceus, it's level 100, it is a normal type with a Steel Tera type. Its held item is the Expert Belt. You want to make sure again it has max EVs in its HP and special defense with a modest nature. Its ability is multi-type, obviously, and your moveset is Acid Spray, Calm Mind, Steel Beam, and Recover, with Recover being the only move that Arceus learns via level here. Steel Beam, Calm Mind, and Acid Spray are learned via TM. So get ready to make those TMs. But with that, let's take a look at what this looks like in a raid, and I'll talk you through exactly what you're going to do in order to one-shot DELPHOX with this Arceus build. Alright, so now that we're inside of a DELPHOX raid, let's get Arceus to put in some work here. Arceus is gonna, DELPHOX is always gonna start off turn 1 using Dazzling Gleam. which does basically nothing to our Arceus. And what we're gonna do to start things off here is we're just gonna go ahead and use Calm Mind all 6 times to get ourselves to +6 special defense and special attack. The nice thing about DELPHOX raids is DELPHOX does not cleanse our stats until after shield is gone, and if everything is done correctly here, once shield is gone, DELPHOX is gone as well. So we're currently at +1. This makes us at +2. Just like so. And it is worth noting here that we're not going to attack until after DELPHOX has already put its shield up and it has cleansed itself. We're going to do basically just Calm Minds up until that point. There's shield. Because we want to make sure that our acid sprays that we're going to use actually are going to, like, you know, decrease special defense. Not we're going to decrease special defense and then DELPHOX is just going to cleanse itself again. This is a very, like, tightly timed raid, but if you do it correctly, it is very, very consistent. So, DELPHOX uses Fire Blast. The nice thing is Fire Blast is not always super consistent, so it does run the chance of missing, especially with a longer strategy like this. And the important thing here is just to keep an eye on your HP. We're at like +3 or +4 right now, so you're gonna see Fire Blast is basically doing no damage to us anymore. So let's take a look real quick and see. We are, where are we at? We are currently at +4, so we still need to do 2 more Calm Minds, and then we'll be at +6. And once we're at +6, then we're pretty much set at that point. Makes things super easy. We're ready to go. So DELPHOX does Fire Blast again. You're gonna see it does like 30 points of damage. Plus we have that grassy terrain out from Arboliva, meaning that we are getting some of that HP back. This is our last one, so we're gonna put ourselves at +6, which means the first stage of this long, arduous process is done. And now we're just waiting for DELPHOX to cleanse itself. Now, the nice thing is at some point, DELPHOX is going to steal a little bit of our Tera Orb charge. So even though it hasn't cleansed itself yet, never mind. There it is. So we're going to go ahead and start throwing acid sprays out now. It's like timed perfectly. And acid spray is one of those that's super nice because even though, you know, since it does damage, it will still lower DELPHOX's special defense. And it drops it by 2 stages. So we only need to use 3 of these to get DELPHOX at -6. The problem you're going to run into is you will see that DELPHOX is going to steal some of our Tera Orb charge here in just a minute. So you're going to end up having to use 4 acid sprays in order to get your Tera ready to go. You'll see right now we just got hit pretty hard. So this is a good time to go ahead and use Recover and get back a lot of that HP that we just lost. Just like that. So we're back up at 307. DELPHOX does Fire Blast. It's doing like 0 damage to us. DELPHOX steals some of our Tera Orb charge. So now we need to do 2 acid sprays. Any day. DELPHOX will use Nasty Point at some point during this. And that is something to watch out for because then Fire Blast does start doing a little bit more damage, but it doesn't do a ton. It's still nothing to be worried about as long as you are cognizant of what your HP is at. And if you get lucky and Fire Blast misses, then yeah, things tend to be even better. So DELPHOX is at -6 right now. We still have to use 1 more acid spray just so we can Terastalize. He's going to use Fire Blast because, you know, that's all he spams. Arceus avoids, which is phenomenal. And at this point, we are ready to go, but we do have one last thing that we need to do here before we can Tera. We need to go ahead and use that Go All Out, that attack cheer, just to give ourselves that little bit of that extra attack boost that we need. DELPHOX uses Fire Blast. It misses. That is phenomenal. And the only issue that you can run into with this raid is that Steel Beam is not 100% accurate. So we're going to go ahead and Steel Terastalize into Steel Beam. DELPHOX still has shield up. There's about 25% of the time left on here. And as long as Steel Beam hits, you're gonna watch DELPHOX's health go through the shield all the way down to 0. So, fingers crossed Steel Beam hits on this one. Arceus is terrestrialized, but use Steel Beam, it hits. DELPHOX's HP goes bye-bye. Just like that, 75% of its health, one shot, 25% left, and we had enough HP left that we didn't even faint from that. An absolutely phenomenal strat that I have seen quite a few people on YouTube share. I know the big one that has been shared is Osiris's video on this. So, yeah. Thanks to everybody who sent me the comment on this one, because this is a phenomenal build. And we got a double capsule and a patch? What in the world? That's amazing. So, let me know what you guys think of this strat down in the comments below. Let me know what builds have been working out for you guys, and if you're planning on testing this out. And as always, remember, I believe in you guys. You got this, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.